and welcome to another edition of the Ohm Service with me, SoulOhm Reviews, Kris Little Coils, and our very special guest, BFG. Good evening, gentlemen. How are we?
Cacking myself.
You're cacking yourself?
I don't do cameras now, but I've got a face for radio.
Good evening, chat, and how are you? I'll let Kris shout them all out, as he always does, bless him.
Sure. As soon as I can close these scissors. Right there we go. Awesome. Goober Vapes, Rachel, Unformed Ruby, how are we? Orion's. We've got Timmy. Horsham Heating, how are we? Bill H. Vaping Smurf, Manic Stereo, Gav Evans, how are you? Mr. Hard2K, how is it going? Tim Baker, Tolamac, Alan, hello. Did I say Smurf earlier? Yes, I did. Village Vapors in. We've got, that's it. That's it.
That's all we've got?
That's all we got so far. That's chatted so far. Chris Doyle. Hello, Chris Doyle. I missed you. I'm sorry.
Evening, Chris.
Well, we've already got one of the spanners in actual on the show tonight.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Stevie Delegaff Porter and IBC 38. Hello, guys. How are you? And hello to you, Mr. Buffaga.
Buffaga.
Mr. Buffaga.
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Buffaga.
Thank you.
So, Kris, I literally have not spoken to you for a whole week.
I know it.
I've got to tell you, that mod your missus is using, the Sigeli...
The V-Sig-Go K3.
Yeah, it's the Sigeli. What a cracking little bit of kit that is. Looks well nice.
It is. She really likes it so far, which surprises me. Because she doesn't do two battery mods almost ever. So she doesn't like them. She thinks that they're too big and bulky. She prefers her single battery mods. So the fact that she likes it is very nice. You know.
Yeah, she was taking the photos and all that.
Yeah, did you see her camera?
Yeah.
Holy crap. I wish I could get that camera. I wish it took video, to be honest.
It doesn't take video?
What is that, the D70?
All right, I thought the D70 did.
Maybe it does.
Yeah, it does. I'm sure the D70. Because most of them have gone up now to the D80 now. I'm sure the D70.
That's the one she wants. She's not a professional photographer. She just does it as a hobby. You know, her friend is more of she owns her own photography studio, but she helps the wife out every now and again. You know, here's what you do to get this kind of shot. Here's what you do to this kind of shot. And she does a lot of her photography at barns and farms.
Oh, yeah.
She does a lot of that stuff. So, you know, she enjoys it, especially where she spends a lot of her time at the barn with all these different animals. It gives her, she doesn't have to work while she's there. She can actually spend some time to enjoy herself. Yeah. Which is good. But she's good at it.
Ironically, BFG's missus, she has a horse, doesn't she? She looks after a horse.
Yes. Looks after it. She loves the horse.
What kind of horse?
She loves the horse more than her husband. I'm telling you now.
What kind of horse is it?
4 legs, tail, big breath.
So you can, Kris, you can see that conversation, can't you, with his wife there, and he's going, yeah, and no, not listen, not at all.
Oh man!
Then I realised I'd just say yes to buying a horse.
So, since you are our guest, would you like to introduce yourself, who you are, what you're vaping on, and all that good stuff?
No.
He's like, no.
Shy. Right. Me, I'm the guy that kisses his ass on a regular basis. I'm the sort of bit in the shadow. We met near enough 12 months ago.
Is it nearly 12 months ago?
Yeah. Seems longer, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
You poor sod, you put up with me that long.
Do you want to tell them the story? Tell them the story.
So I'm walking around Vape Expo. It's only my second one. Pretty much the last of the summer vapes. And all of a sudden, I trip across young Mark and his brother. There's Alan taking a picture of them, so I'm trying not to get in the way. Mark later tells me all he can see is this fat bloke stood there trying to make himself invisible. Hello!
Hello.
I'm a fan! Can I shake your hand? So we met, and he very nicely introduced me to a number of the VUK, the Vape UK network. So Bunny and Mike was there, Alan was there, Orion's, Aiden. So, absolutely made my day. So I came home and I happened to watch his 2K giveaway. So the next thing you know, I put my name down, and then I'm driving home and all I hear from my phone over the radio is, and the winner is me. I'm like, oh! Apologise to the guy behind. And we just got chatting. We live close to each other, and the next thing I know, we're building a website together, which was the original one was the purple and black sort of garage band one. And then Mark brought in his wonderful design sort of capability, and we ended up with what we currently have.
Yeah.
And that's the story. So tell me to shut up and I'll go away.
No, so what are you vaping on?
What am I vaping on? A V with the Mad Dog on top. Got my daily banger, which is the Smoamp Cylon with the Kris 2. Dear Lord, mine went blank then. And finally, just because I can, the naughty one from KM. My Pandora with the Lost Vape Goon on top.
Oh, look at you, you matchy.
Oh,
Twinning.
And then spanking what's left of my custard company mint custard.
Mm-hmm.
And the Wicklicker Boulevard, which is rather nice.
Did you say you got the OG Goon on top of that?
No, it's a Lost Vape one. It's again, it's a Ralphie special. It's
Actually, it's funny because that is also a Ralphie special.
You can't beat him.
Gotta love a bit of Ralphie.
You do.
We're not going to say which bit because it's before 9 o'clock. But
Bless your heart. Yes, we're doing very well before 9 o'clock, keeping it all nice and clean.
oh yes, always.
Always nice and clean.
Yes.
So, Kris,
What am I vaping on?
what have you been up to since I ain't seen you for a week? And that?
Waiting on packages still that have still not shown up. Waited so far 2.5 weeks on the second one that went out and 3 weeks on the first one that went out. So, 3.5 weeks. I'm not too happy with the postal service. Other than that, I got some wire in the other day and started my building again, which is going swimmingly, surprisingly, because I've been out of the game for a while, so I figured that I might have lost my touch, like I did the last time this happened when I took time away from building. Difference is this time I was banging them right away. I was getting the aliens done immediately. So I was very happy to see that. So I figured I'd continue on building today, and that's it's been going well. Actually, I had Bill Byrne, Rolling Fog Mods and Coils, and him and I were talking, and he suggested that I bring back maybe do a couple of the Coffee and Coils shows that I used to do. And so I decided I was going to try one of those this morning and see kind of what response I was going to get from the community. And I had at least 15 in there at one point, at least. And so I was like, well, apparently they like seeing this. So, you know, I don't know. Do I think it's going to continue on? Probably not, but it's all right to have like one every now and again. You know, that's kind of where I started all my live shows from, was doing the coffee and coils, and then transitioning into Lethal's Vapor Lounge live at in the afternoons for me, early evenings for you guys. And that's why I changed it up, was because of the time difference.
Yeah.
And making sure that I was giving everybody over there in the UK the chance to actually tune in and get home from work, do what they got to do, and, you know, give them an appropriate time. Not a problem, Puffin Billy. PM me anytime you want, man. But yeah, aside from that, that's about it. That's about what's been going on with me. I've been doing some juice reviews here and there, but...
Oh, yeah, I've caught a couple of your juice reviews.
Thank you. Oh, that was from the company that sent me the package, Innovate. I did a lot of their juices already. I've been in touch with them through email, and they're super happy with my willingness to help them out, and by all means, you know.
Yeah, cool.
But that's about it.
Did you get any more feedback from when you went to the live show? Did you get any more feedback from the live show? You know, went to the TV, Vapes, you know, the expo thing.
No, not yet. No, not yet. Oh, that live show. Yeah, no, I haven't heard back anything yet. Yes, I do bang aliens Irish, and I love it.
So are you vaping on, kiddo?
I am vaping on nearly extinct vapor products.
Ooh.
No, I've got the double barrel 2.1 with the Hell Beast, rocking that in SoulOhm style today, instead of the mouth to lung like I usually am. That's just due to the fact that I don't have any more coils for it. So, got the stainless Dreamer with the stainless Equitas on top. We've got the Enforcer with the Drop Dead. New setup. I took off the profile, but I've got the Rage with the recurve. Like that one. Yeah, got the VGod Elite with the black Equitas on top there.
Ah, you gotta love that Equitas.
I love all of my Equitas. I've got 3 of them.
Do you know something? They've come down in mega price. They're only about a tenner now, you know.
And they're a cracking little RDA. They really are. I absolutely love the Equitas. Like I said, I've got 3 of them, 2 clones, 1 authentic, but they all perform the same, and I love them. So, also one with the Voopoo Drag, 1 with the Dead Rabbit RTA on top, and I'm just putting a battery in the Pandora with the Goon because Steve made me do it.
I made you do nothing.
You made him do it, sir. Right, well.
The Pandora is just too beautiful not to use.
Well, it is, isn't it?
It is.
Well, I may as well tell you what I'm on, aren't I?
Go for it, sir.
I may as well go for it. Right, I'm on my now favourite RTA. It's jumped the barrel just slightly from the OBS engine. This is the Zeus X. I absolutely love this to pieces. It's an absolutely corking RTA, this. On that, I've got the Renko Manta X. Yes, I remembered it. I remembered it this week, which I think is looking rather matchy-matchy. In that, I have got basics. I've got Vanilla Custard. There we go. They sent me along their full range, and I'm trying out a couple of them tonight. They sent me their full range, so just want to give them a shout out. So thank you very much.
No.
And yeah, I'm on Vanilla Custard, and really, really nice. I've been using this near enough all week, and do you know something? You know how custards are kind of coil killers?
Yeah.
Not.
Really?
It's not a coil killer, yeah. My coils are still really nice and clean with this. I was quite surprised. Custard-wise, I'd class it as an ambrosia custard. It's that kind of a custard. It's in between that egg custard and like an American custard or a French custard. It's like that in-between custard. Really do like it. It's not a heavy custard, so quite impressed with that one. Also, sorry, you going to ask me a question?
No. It's all cool.
I'm on this little baby. This is the Wasp Nano RTA. And I'm quite impressed with it, to be honest with you. I'm not a Tate fan, but I'm quite impressed with it. Got that on the double barrel 2.1, is it?
V3.
No,
Yours is a
no,
V3.
this is my V2.
Well, it would look better on my black one.
It would look better on your black one. It would definitely would. Yes. Really enjoying this one. Single coil like the original Wasp Nano RTA. Have it at low wattage. I've only got it at 37 watts, this.
You mean the RDA?
RDA, sorry. Do you know something? Yesterday when I was doing review for the Zeus, I made more mistakes with saying RTAs and RDAs. Too many acronyms. I can't be doing with it. I hate acronyms. Anyway, getting back to the Wasp Nano. It's rather nice.
Yeah.
And that's at 37 watts. And the coil that I've got in this one is just shy of 0.5 ohm. Lovely. And in that one, I have got basics as well. This one is red and black. Now, this one is a raspberry and a black currant. But it's got a little hidden bit in it as well. It's got like, I wouldn't say it's cool harder, but it's definitely got a cooling agent in it. Not too strong, but it's just bringing out the latter end of berries. So yeah, really enjoying that one. So that's on there. I've also got the Equitas on the truck. Got me, what have I got in that one? I have got Squid Inks, Barb and Cuss in that one. What else have I got? Oh, I have got my Trigon by Aspire. Doing this one. Yes, this should be coming out for review either tomorrow or Monday, depending on how things go. So that's coming up for review. Nice little kit that can do mouth to lung, or you can go direct to lung with this one. It's got really nice Aspire coils in there, so you know that you're going to get nice flavour and all that good stuff.
That's a good looking kit.
Do you know something? You know how you get these pen style kits and they're quite light? This one isn't. This has got some weight behind it, so you feel like you've got a bit of quality, to be honest with you. And when you fire button on it, it really feels like you're pressing a button instead of sort of like just some plastic cheapie. Really do like it, quite impressed. On that, I have got Vampire Vapes Charger. There you go. And that's it. That's all I've got going at the present moment.
I had to do it just because I was curious, but it looks like crap.
Yeah.
Looks like a nipple.
It does look like. Leave me alone.
See, now if this was after 9 o'clock, I could take that further.
Certainly could. Chris Doyle tried it, not a fan. Gotta admit, I'm not a big fan of custards, to be honest with you. What do you guys like with custards?
Love them.
I love custards. Love them. Actually, I'm on a couple of different custard style juices. I've got a strawberry creme brulee that I really enjoy. Vanilla butter cake and the berry butter cake that I did a review on, those are very, very custard reminiscent. So you get a lot of creamy in there. So it's
Yeah, I've got to admit, I don't get me wrong, I love real custard. I mean, I like real custard. I mean, you can't beat real custard, but vaping custard, so like, for me, they either get it very blandy, it's almost like a, there's an actual name for it. You know, it's not an English custard, whereas an English custard is very eggy.
Yeah.
It's a proper eggy type of custard. And I normally find that when you get a custard and they say, oh, this is custard, it's not. It's more like that French custard, which is like a white... come on, you're You're the chef. What do you call it?
Creme on glaze.
Yeah, creme on. Go on, say it,
Yeah.
posh. Creme on.
Creme.
And I think that vape custards are more leaning towards that.
Yeah.
And it's same, ironically, it's same like with cheesecakes as well. If you get a cheesecake vape, it's more reminiscent to an American cheesecake than it's a cheesecake that we have in this country.
See, I've never found a good cheesecake yet.
I found good cheesecake, but you're right. It's reminiscent of the cheesecake we have here.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Because yours is very creamy.
Sorry, custards, tit sauce do the custard cream, and that just has a little something, and it just takes it away from that creme anglaise. It's actually good. Whether it's the vanilla he uses, I don't know, but wow, I love that custard.
Is that based on the biscuit though?
No, because I'm not a huge fan of bake. So if it had a lot of bake to it.
See, I won't mind trying a custard cream, you know, like the biscuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I won't mind trying one of them, but generally, I always seem to be disappointed with custards. But,
yeah. I just love them for the chill out. My daily banger would be a fruit to aniseed menthol. You know, something like the Black Reloaded Zeus.
Yeah.
What did you say the name of that company was?
Which one? Tits up.
Tits up.
Tits off.
Rather known as Kris's Vape.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but I mean, once I finally got the Sprogs to bed, and I'm sure there's people who can relate to this one, you're just like, I want something that's gonna make me feel better, and I can't drink gin because I have to go to work.
I will do, Mobro. Thank you. Very interesting. This is what, do you know something? When you start talking about things like custards and things like that, I love chat. This is where you get some right good information, because it's sort of like, oh, well, have you tried this one? I mean, even though, so like I'm a reviewer, Kris is a reviewer, we've not tried every juice in the whole wide world, and there's always that one juice that someone's found and you think, you've got to try this. It's like me with my lemon lush. If you've never tried lemon lush, it's like, God, you've got to try that. I love the enthusiasm.
The problem is that if you were to try and make a video for of a review for every juice out there, you'd die first. It would take you legit forever.
Yeah, of course it would.
I'll take one for the team. I'm there, bro.
I'm willing to try.
Hold me beer. I'll be back.
I have a plethora here.
Hold my beer and watch this.
Oh, but I mean, you're talking about Jay's juices.
Cheers, bro. Oh, Jay's juices, blooming it. That guy's. There's a thing about Rochford Project for me. Not just because of his juices, it's the way that he brands it and everything. It's the whole package with Jay. And also, a lot of people might not know this, that this is not a full-time job to him. He does his own, he's got another job, his main job, and the Rochford Project is his literally a project. So it's so like, he's not a big company, he's a very serious cottage industry. So that's why it's so like, yeah, I have that little bit of respect to him, if you understand my meaning.
But the attention to detail really is.
Really is. Bomb bomb.
Bomb bomb sticky icky.
Can't you be arrested?
Ayo, bomb bomb, sticky sticky sticky. Ayo, ayo.
That's a cinnamon roll and cinnamon toast crunch cereal with milk. And I gotta tell you, it's pretty strong on the cinnamon.
Yeah, that's where it kills me and all.
Yeah.
And you can never get it out of your tanks.
No.
Never.
And don't have plastic tanks either.
No.
Cinnamon used to really crack your tanks.
Thank you, Goober, for putting that out there.
Oh yes, I want to say hello to Goober because Goober's he's at home today. He can actually see us live.
Watching live. Awesome.
No.
Goob.
Me old Chuck monkey.
Hello, Unicron and Puffing Billy. We've tried, said you. Have you, any of you tried Lemon Locket? No, I have not.
Lemon Locket. Ooh, I bet that's interesting.
What's the name of the company there, Billy? Hey guys, strawberry custard cream if they don't change recipe. What? From where?
Oh, now strawberry milk. Nova Vapes is worth checking out. I know Rachel's a big fan of them. They could do with a couple of weeks steep once you get it, but once you go, naughty stuff.
Actually, it's funny you guys mentioned cheesecakes because I got a strawberry cheesecake here too. Steep e-liquid from Innovate Labs USA. It's very, very delicious.
It is very delicious.
Very delicious.
You are making me jealous now. No, stop it. He's got nice mods, you've got nice juice. I want toys. It's not fair.
So what's your all day vape then? Normally.
Mine. Oh God. The Homeboy, the cranberry and elderflower.
Oh,
Is that anarchist?
Homeboy.
The Homeboy?
Yeah, it's botanicals. I think it's the botanicals range. Correct me if I'm wrong. If anybody in chat can. I would appreciate the help, please. I'm struggling. But that's the first juice I've tried with cranberry. And, oh, boy, the cranberry in it is awesome.
So I'm going to ask you a question for you, Steve, and just so people to get to know you. So how long have you been vaping, and what did you start with? Well, what made you get into vaping?
Oh, God. The reason I got into vaping, I was skinned. 40 a day, possibly 60. So vaping wasn't a cheaper option at the start. Started on a Kanger. Didn't get on with Martelon. Dropped it off. Then went into the local B&M store, TVS, which I believe young Mark knows well.
Yeah, the vapor store.
Smock X Cube.
Really?
Yeah, that was my first banger.
Blooming heck.
So got that. Then picked up an RDA and sort of fell in love with direct to lung. Have been ever since. No, was so happy. And the wife's been cursing me. Every now and then, this fog bank sort of rolls its coronation street. She's going to beat me to death when she sees this.
Always remember, it is recorded for training purposes.
For training purposes.
If you don't see me on Facebook for a couple of days, the wife done it. Right?
This call is being recorded.
Yeah, so from the X Cube went on to Skelly 213. Still have that, and watching one of Vic's reviews, ended up with the Cylon, the poor man's G box, G class. I'll go with that.
I like it. Do you know you're on about the poor man's G class? I've been hearing a lot of bad reports about the G class lately. That failing buttons.
Really?
Yes.
I'm surprised at that.
Yes, it is becoming more prevalent.
Pressing them too hard, they are.
Probably. But yeah, no, I think that small one's gorgeous. I like it.
The only thing I can really fault on it is the paint finish, which scratched up after a couple of weeks, but that's me. And the battery door's a bit janky. But other than that, absolutely solid. He said, knocking everything everywhere and probably making lots of noise on the mic. Nah. And then you got me to tubes, and I'm blaming you.
Moi?
You turned me into a tube pervert.
Oh, shit. You perverted him.
Moi? I seem to convert most people, to be honest with you.
You pop round his house and he slaps it in your hand and says, "Here, what do you think of this?"
Just want to give a shout out to Hip Hop Juice. Hello, and thank you very much.
Oi.
Oh, good stuff. I mean, I don't know. As far as the vaping goes, I'm not going to say
Mrs.
I don't.
SoulOhm, hang on a minute, guys. Mrs. SoulOhm with a coffee. She hasn't done that for a long time.
Thank you, Jan.
Thank you, Jan.
Oh, bless you.
Where's their twos?
They can sing.
You two can sing.
No, I can't, and that's why I'm not.
Sorry, I do apologise for interrupting you. Sorry, Karen,
No,
please carry on.
Hey,
Your show.
your show, you do what you want, kid. No, naughty step now.
So what was your first mech then?
What was my first?
Mech.
Mech. Oh, God. Oh, the 25mm. It was the baby one. Gordon Bennett, the first one. I've got completely.
Gordon Bennett, the baby one.
Yeah, it wasn't. It had a 510.
Okay. It's called Gordon Bennett. It was the small one, and it had a 510.
I think it was a Geek Vape. Oh, I can't remember. I really can't remember the name. I've gone completely blank. You've thrown me where you get.
I'm loving this. I like watching
thank you, matey.
He's squirming there.
Squirming? You have no idea. Oh, Jesus.
It were a tube then.
It was.
It was brass or copper.
The black Cerakote, dear boy. Black Cerakote. Yes. But of course, I was there, Jack.
Oh, bless you. No? Gone is it?
It's gone completely. It was a 25mm. It was a special edition. Oh, it wasn't. What the hell is it? Oh, I'm going to kick myself now. I hate you.
Okay, so well, what was your second mech then?
What was the second one? That was the enforcer.
Well, it were a tube. It had a button on the bottom.
Do you mind not making size? You know, if you're going to make size, make big. None of this. I want this.
No doctors that can do that.
It was my enforcer, darling. Yes.
I bet you enforced it.
Oh, shit.
Slipped in a large 32. Dear God.
What was the last mech you remember using? Asks Irish.
What's the last Mac I remember using? That one is in front of me.
Hard to forget that one.
So it wasn't a little simple then, were it?
Hey, bigger. I told you.
What, we're in 18360?
I'm still not forgiving you for talking me into that.
Oh yeah, your beast, your 26650.
Yeah, the Vapor Giant
How are you
stack.
getting on with that?
Loving it.
Hmm.
I don't do it as large as Jules does.
Jules does. She likes the full girth.
No, I can't take full girth. No. No, I can't take full girth. Not without butter, anyway. No.
I love that.
I have the same problem, though. My lippy keeps on marking it up. It's terrible. You know, you have to give it a good polish.
Hip Hop thinks you're in a hotel, Steve.
Hotel? No.
He's not. That's tomorrow night.
This is what I had to promise Mark to get on.
And this is my boudoir.
My boudoir.
If I was Paul Daniels, you're going to like this, but not a lot. It's where the magic happens, darling.
Oh, bless you. So when you started vaping, have you noticed a difference in your health-wise? Besides, obviously, the not smelling so much, are you breathing better and things like that?
Hell yes.
Mm-hmm.
Asthmatic since I was about 13. And thanks to my 40, it was it sort of developed into the early stages of COPD as I got old. So sprogs appeared. I got skinned and sort of thought, better stick around a bit. And that's why the vaping. And now I'm overhaul to what it was. Complete. I mean, I would quite happily stand up and say, yes, you know, vaping stops you from smoking, because it does. I was a vehement, I will smoke until I hit the grave, you know. If you had the black packet with the skull on, called tumours, you know, I would have.
Dennis Leary.
If I remember rightly, wasn't there a packet of cigarettes called Death?
Yes, there was. And I used to love them, along with Gauloises. Oh.
The bottom one, love. Yeah, I remember them. I wonder what happened.
Branding?
Killed off the fan base by accident, yeah.
No, I mean, because at the end of the day, they're still allowed to... I haven't bought a cigarette in so long. I mean, it's coming up to 8 years since I've been vaping, so it's 8 years since I bought a cigarette. I know the packagings have got to be all green now, aren't they? But they've still got the normal, like, Benson edges and all that lot on them, aren't they?
Things, I don't know. I've not bought a packet myself in... Well,
They still have them over here.
Yeah, but you don't get the fun pics, Chris. I mean, those pictures they brought in.
Oh, yeah.
Good point.
We have the rotting teeth and damaged lungs and pictures and all that lot.
See, if I want to see that, I'll just go on Tinder. No, I don't. No.
So, one of the questions I always ask our guests is this one. Now that obviously you're a fully fledged vapor, what would you recommend to a new starter? So somebody's in chat now, they're just first time that they've watched us. What kind of a setup would you recommend for them? Hi, Mike.
Something like the Start 1 kit to begin with. But then I'd probably direct to the Nautilus 2 once they've decided that it was for them. You know, single battery mod, Nautilus 2 on top. Doesn't have to run huge amounts, does it?
No.
So, you know, get them used to the idea of the mod and using external batteries. Because I think for safety, there's too many people using mobile phone chargers and things for internal batteries, and that's where we're getting the bangs. I don't know if you saw the story in it was Bristol. I think it was the end. They made a big thing about, you know, woman has exploding battery in pocket. Evil vape, evil vape, evil vape. And then as you got halfway down the article, it said she was keeping a spare battery in her pocket along with loose change. No bottle.
So it wasn't the vape that blew up, it was the battery.
Yeah.
That usual. Yeah, it's the usual case for that one.
Idiot.
Another thing that on about trying to keep it flowing, transition. Vaporol. Has anybody heard of Vape? It started last year and they've done it again this year. Have you heard much about it, Steve?
I tripped across it. Sort of bumping. It's the doctor from Embarrassing Bodies.
Yeah, Dr. Christian.
Big muscly. Dr. Lovely. We'll call him Dr. Lovely.
Dr. Lovely. Hello, I'm Dr. Lovely. What seems to be the problem?
Nothing, I just wanted to come and see you.
Ooh, aren't you big, strong and muscly?
That's the thing, it's you. He looks like he's smuggling watermelons in his shirt. It's not right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. There's us fat black. My body is a temple. Unfortunately, it's crumbling and it's possibly haunted. So this guy looks far too good. But to be fair to him, he's been banging out to various media, and people are starting to listen. Yeah, it was nice. I actually saw a reasonable article in well, would you believe? I sort of trod in it accidentally, so as I was scraping it off my foot, I sort of ended up reading it.
Well, this Vapor, in that part of the... I always get the... It's another acronym. It's the UKVIA. It's part of the Vaping.
UKV.
Yeah, they've got something to do with it, as far as I'm aware of.
They're backing it now. For those that haven't seen Vic ranting, they're
Does Vic rant?
Would you believe it? Yes. He's a lot more chilled these days, bless him. Compared to the hippie days. Oh. But that's the trade organisation. They're also a bit of a majestic 12. And it would appear they may have some interest in 10 mil rather than short fills. I don't know if you think much about UK politics over there, Kris?
Not really. Not too much.
We've recently lost one of the health ministers who was very pro-vaping. His replacement hasn't been named yet. So that could have an effect. But the UK VIA, I believe Juul might be involved with them as well.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware of, they are, yeah.
Now,
But
speaking of...
but that is, I don't know if it's a separate. You know how you get so like where I work for Tarmac, but there's separate entities. I'm almost certain, probably I'm wrong, but I'm almost certain it's Juul UK is like an offshoot of the main Juul in America.
I wonder, because they seem to be using very similar tactics. Did you see that they just started pulling products from shops that they found weren't doing the Challenge 25?
Yeah.
Were very similar to what they were pulling off in the States.
Which to be fair, because there is such a problem. It's funny you should bring that subject up. Because there's such a problem with youth vaping, as it's so called. We already know that.
Is there though?
But when you think about it, if you go into a shop as a secret shopper and you are not carding people, then yeah, it should be named and shamed.
No, fair enough.
I can appreciate both sides. I mean, I'm being devil advocates totally. Yeah, I understand both sides of the argument, but at the end of the day, if for argument's sake a vape shop is definitely selling to people under 18 or under 21 in certain countries, in states, then yeah, they're in the wrong.
No, I agree completely. But I mean, as far as Juul and this and the FDA's vaping epidemic, there was a study just recently carried out by Cardiff University, and there is data there that shows that teen smoking is actually on the drop.
Yeah, it is.
I believe it's the lowest level in 20 years, if I remember correctly. Some of that's down to vape. But as a parent, I can honestly say I'd rather my son, if he was going to try something, and God forbid he ever does, I'd rather him try a vape try the cigarette.
And bringing that slightly onto it, the San Francisco thing that's going off as well, where they're actually going to completely try and ban the whole lot until the FDA actually proves all the information. Now, that was quite interesting because still at the present moment, the FDA hasn't given the actual results of the actual study that was done about youth vaping. They still haven't released it.
Really?
Yeah. So, San Francisco, yeah, in the short term, it's not going to be very good for vapers because obviously they won't be able to buy stuff. But it is actually forcing the hand of the FDA to actually prove that document.
And leading on from that, did you see Melbourne's?
I haven't, no.
They announced it last year, and I believe now we are well into the period with the swap over. So,
Really?
yeah, and Walt Disney Resorts have also announced that they will be banning vaping as well. Currently, there's certain areas within the park where you can smoke or vape, and they're going to be removing those by all accounts.
That's really going to naff Grim Green on.
Actually, it's funny because you had mentioned that the one of the health ministers had left office. I actually just found out because I was actually very curious about this. Did you know the FDA actually named the person that's going to be taking over?
Oh, yeah, who?
His name is Ned Sharpless, Ned Sharpless, and he's the current director of the National Cancer Institute.
Interesting.
Yes, very interesting.
Isn't he the guy that backed all of Gottlieb's ideas, though? I'm sure he supported Gottlieb's views.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be backing everything that they've already been doing, is what it looks like. He said that there will be no letting up in the agency's focus from ongoing efforts on drug approvals and combating the opioid crisis to modernizing food safety and addressing the rapid rise in youth use of e-cigarettes.
So they're still burying that then.
Mm-hmm. He was an enthusiastic supporter of Gottlieb's aggressive push to increase tobacco and e-cigarette regulations. So he's going to do the exact same thing. He's going to push for harder regulation.
And I think you're going to have more problems as well, mate, because, I mean, if you look at it, they're talking about the 60% tax, and that's on top of the proposed 20% from Trump.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell's anybody going to stay in business?
Oh, God, he's big pharma, too. Mm-hmm. He is, himself.
He co-founded,
he co-founded 2 early-stage biotech companies, G1 Therapeutics, developer of cancer drugs that raised $108.6 million in the 2017 initial public offering, and HealthSpan Diagnostics, a developer of blood tests.
Oh,
so we're fucked.
Yeah, basically, top and bottom of it, you're fucked.
Yeah, bottom line, we've got big pharma that's moving into the position of FDA commissioner. We're fucked.
And you've got the government trying to take over the cash loss by heavily taxing everything. Mm-hmm. It's not looking good, mate.
Not at all.
I'm serious. I would say by what you're looking now, end of 2020, you're looking prohibition.
Yep.
You two can look forward to pubic hair in your favourite juice.
That's what's going to happen, though, isn't it? At the end of the day, it will go underground.
Yeah.
It literally will just go underground. You know it will. Good evening, Vic. How are you?
Vic.
Who said cake? Good evening, Mr. Mullins.
You did, man. You did.
Yeah.
We've had the carrot, now we have to. We have the stick. You know.
You certainly do have the stick now, kiddo. You fucked.
Really do.
There's no other way for it.
You're not going to be bending over much, Chris, because you know where that stick's going.
Yeah. It was only a matter of time before Big Pharma got into the politics of it all, in my opinion, honestly. This is not good. This is not good. I just found this article actually as we were speaking during this show. This is not good. he looks like he's going to be taking over early this month.
Well, I'm still waiting to see what happened. I'm going to mention the B word. Yeah. So bear with Brexit. See what happens after that. Because, I mean, like, I don't know if you saw Vic's What's Up. Grovel, creep, grovel. But I mean, as he said, once we're out, or whatever happens, potentially you could have a full reset on all the rules on with vaping.
And I tell you one thing, if we don't leave the EU, it looks like there's rumblings in the EU as well about vaping and to re-amend the TPD. I was talking to some friends today about that one, and yes, the head guy, I forget his name, and it's that long I can't pronounce it anyway, as he was one of the guys that wanted vaping in the EU to be under pharmaceutical. We sort of like, well, as a group, I say we, helped to stop that back in, what was it, 2014, somewhere around there, because that's how they originally was going to do prior to the TPD came in. They was going to have it literally as a pharmaceutical product. And thankfully, people like the NNA and people like that managed to stop it. But that looks like that's going to be back on the cards again.
God.
So hopefully this Brexit gets their arse sorted out and we leave as soon as possible. And yeah.
But then you're facing the likes of UKV who are interested in producing the 10 mils. And you can see why. It makes some money, you know.
Well, when you think, I mean, we've said it before. I mean, you can understand it. I mean, when the TPD came in and the laws were stated, you've got companies that have spent loads and loads and loads and loads of money on getting their juices all tested, verified, and all the ins and outs of that, and that cost them absolutely fortunes. Plus, a 10ml bottle, they make more money on it.
But don't take the legs out of the little guy.
So, I mean, it's only because we found a loophole in the law that we got short fills. To be right, we shouldn't really have... If they went to the letter of the TPD, we shouldn't really have short fills.
But this is it. The TPD is a framework, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, and it's down to the individual company to sort of stick the papier-mâché on the straw skeleton. And, you know, you've got to wonder whether that loophole was intentional.
It probably was. But it's so like, if they can get rid of the limitations on the nicotine and they can get rid of the limitations of the actual tank size, I think most vapors can cope with the 10ml bottles, even though it is an annoyance. And then obviously start talking about the environment.
I was just going to say, think about how many empty bottles there are going to be. Like, that's just wasteful. Absolutely wasteful.
And for those that have seen Grimm's video about the LVE, think of the dolphins.
Yeah.
But you know that's going to mean that they're going to do away with that entirely anyways. That's just going to create another problem that they're going to want to solve, and they're going to try and get rid of vaping altogether.
I think you would, given the impact it's had on smoking, and it's the data that's been collected on the impact it's had on smoking. I mean, England's enjoying now the lowest. Britain now is enjoying the lowest number of smokers that it has in years.
But crazy, you say that, and this is another crazy thing that came out. I read this on Planet of the Vapes. What was it? Something like 94% of GPs in the UK do not promote vaping because they don't know anything about it.
And did you also see the 41 million that's been knocked off the smoking cessation budget? So if they don't agree with vaping, what the hell are they suggesting? You know,
Medication.
A group of 15 pissed off people all sucking on a nicotine patch as they pass it round.
Yeah. You know? Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
It's insane. It's insanity.
But I honestly, you guys in the States, my heart goes out to you. It really does. Really goes out to you.
Well, now that I read that article, mine does too. Well, I mean, mine has been anyways, but that just, I don't know if you guys can tell. You know, my mood has just drastically changed after reading that article.
Well, it's no surprise, but I mean, that and a lot of people said it, you know, yeah, you've got Leaves dead, but what's coming next?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we've been waiting for, and we kind of knew that it wasn't going to be good anyways, regardless of who came into office. It all comes down to their puppet, you know, their puppet. They're the face for the FDA, and sure, they have maybe something to input as far as what the FDA does, but for the most part, they're just a face, and it's not going to change really anything. You know, it's going to continue along the same bad path that it always has been. But like we said, you know, until someone else takes office, we'll never know. And now that we know who's taking office and what their background is, now it looks absolutely horrendous for us.
You see, the problem is, and you know what's going to happen, he's going to make a name for himself. And so something's going to come in very, very quickly that's going to be a short, sharp shark. So, yeah, you know that, so like...
Once they come into office, something's going to happen, and it's going to happen quick.
Yeah.
Because he needs to prove himself. You know, he needs to show the FDA and the government that he's worthy of that position, and the only way to do that is by sticking up for Big Pharma and Big Tobacco. I
often think, I wonder what history will see this time period as. I really do. Is it? Are we going to look at
second prohibition?
Yeah, literally. Are we going to look at it like we look at the prohibition of America and sort of like, that was stupid?
It probably will.
Because when you think about it, vaping is probably one of the greatest medical breakthroughs, if you want to call it medical breakthrough, I don't know if you call it that, to fight against the problems that smoking causes ever. It is such a big thing, vaping. People have tried all sorts to stop smoking, all sorts, absolutely all sorts, and nothing has really ever worked except for vaping. Right. So it's sort of like, surely it's saving thousands and thousands of lives, and it's sort of like, you know, in 20, 30 years' time, when we look back at this time period, it's sort of like, I wonder what history is going to say about us. I really do.
I don't think you're going to get that sort of viewpoint until long-term effects of vaping have become more known.
Yeah, more permanent.
I think give it 10 years, and maybe people will start looking back and saying, it's going to go one or two ways, isn't it? Oh my God, why didn't they spot this? Or why didn't they do more to support it and save more lives? You know, but it's a tool.
I want to see.
Sorry, Chris.
Oh no, that's all right. You were talking.
No. All I was going to say is, it's not like we're a vast amount of the hobbyists. We haven't quit. We've just swapped brands.
Yeah, that's true.
Mark's favourite. Yeah. I still want that nicotine rush, because if I don't, people are going to get hurt, and it's going to get messy, and it's not good.
Yeah, but that includes your coffee as well.
Oh hell no. Don't mess with either the nicotine or the coffee. They're a pair.
I say that at work. It's sort of like, no coffee, no vape. Mark don't work. That's it.
I'm all for new teeth, please. Procaffeination. I'm doing tap all until I get a cup of cup.
Right, we have gone over the hour, so I'm going to ask Kris. Kris, my dear friend, what have you got coming up in the next week on your super duper show, the Lethal Coils?
Oh, Lethal's Vapor Lounge Live. What do we got coming up this week? Nothing. Probably going to end up talking more about this Ned Sharpless thing, and I'm going to get some more information and do some more research into what exactly that entails as far as the channel this week goes. Some more juice reviews. I may or may not, depending on how I feel, may or may not do a hardware review. I haven't done one in a while. but I've actually kind of been enjoying just the juice reviews for now. So I still have a few left from the company to do, and then I have some other ones that I wanted to get done anyways. But that's what I've got. I've got some more juice reviews, potential for a hardware review, and then next week's show, the topic will probably be Ned Sharpless. Mm-hmm.
Me, coming up next week, I have got the Trigon kit that's coming up. I've also got the Owl SoulOhm tank coming up as well. Don't know if you've noticed, I haven't moved around yet. I was supposed to have moved around the weekend, but I went bowling and I ended up having a really poorly bum. It was really poorly. Sorry, I know, seriously, I was in absolute agony, to be fair. So yes, I ended up not doing what I wanted to do. So I'm umming and ahhing whether to move around this weekend, but we'll see how things go. So yeah, that's what's coming up, and obviously the live show again on a Thursday. So yeah, that's pretty much me as well. So I'm going to say, first of all, a big thank you to BFG. Thank you so much. It's been awesome you coming on. I know you were very, very nervous and all that lot, but honestly, thank you so much. It's been brilliant.
Can I just apologise to chat, because I thought I was being dead clever. Let's set the telly up behind the camera, yeah, so I can read chat. Then the damn thing froze after 5 minutes, so I'm really sorry if I missed it. So what I'm doing this week, I'll be in hiding following this.
All right. I just want to correct something. Vaping with Vic, you're absolutely right. I bypassed that little tidbit of information. He's only the acting commissioner once Gottlieb steps down.
Right.
I'd be interested to see if he takes it as a more permanent position.
Right, I see. Right, well, I'm going to wrap this one up. I think we ought to have a cheerfuler note. Vaping's ace!
Vaping saves lives, guys. It does.
Right, I'm going to wrap this one up, and then I'll pass it over to Kris, and then Kris can pass it over to BFG to sign out. You can sign out for tonight one. So just want to give you guys a big thank you for coming in, having a chat with us. It's been absolutely awesome. Thanks ever so much. Kris, BFG, thank you for being on the show. It's been awesome, very informative as well. I think we've covered some serious subjects there and everything, and we will see you all next week. So take it away, Lethal.
Thank you guys in chat. Thank you all the spanners. It's been great having this time with you guys. Mark, thank you. It's another great show as always. BFG, thank you very much for coming on with us. It's been a great pleasure having you on here and picking your brain. And yeah, that's my goodbyes, guys. I'm just going to do it one time just before we get to BFG, but I know we usually do it at the end. Guys, remember that you're the masters of your own destinies. We're the only ones in this world that can pick and choose how positive or negative our days will ever be. So please keep that positivity high, keep the smiles on your faces, and let that negative just brush off your shoulders. Love you all. I'll see you guys next week with Mark and whomever. And take it away, BFG.
Whomever. So thanks for watching tonight, guys. The one thing about vaping that has always amazed me is the community, and I think the rise in live shows. Jules raised this, and I believe Gailey did last night, and I'm not going to say otherwise because she scares me. But the rise in live shows. By the way, if you didn't catch Mama Jules' show last night, you're missing out on the treat. The rise in live shows just seems to be getting that feel back. We're all in it together. Be it America, be it Australia. That community, we need to be sort of backing each other up. And God forbid it ever happens in the UK, but if it does, I hope we go from keyboard warriors into people who are prepared to stand up for what we want. But anyway, on a happier note, I'm enjoying this. Thanks for having me on, mate.
No worries. Right, I'm going to wrap this one up. I will see you all, guys, next week for another edition of the Ohm Service. Hopefully little bro will be with us because he's on holiday at the present moment. He's in sunny Skeggy, enjoying himself. By all accounts, he's building sandcastles and skinny dipping in the sea.
I wouldn't want to see that.
Right. Everyone say bye.
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 What about the coffee?
Time to get the girdles out.
Hashtag girdle.
Hashtag get blue.
Blue waffle.
Oh,
Oh.